Hi, I'm Claire from Plantpassion, and today I'm going to tell you about roguing out the dahlias. It's the end of September and our dahlias are flowering wonderfully here, and it's at this point in time that we need to decide whether they're good enough for us to propagate from next year, or whether they are rogue dahlias we don't want to add them to our propagation mix for the future. So there are several reasons that a dahlia might be a rogue. The first one is it's just weak. We don't want weak dahlias because they're not going to give us strong, sturdy stems. The second one is that it might have gone from a double dahlia to a single dahlia. They look beautiful in the garden and they're great for attracting insects, but they don't last very long in the vase. The third reason is that it might have pest or disease, and we obviously don't want to keep that going in our stock, so we want to remove it now while we can see it. And the fourth reason may be that it was actually not as it was labelled, or is the wrong dahlia for what we want to be going forward on. So I've got some examples of all of those to show you. And now at the end of September is a great time for doing this. So this is Cafe au Lait Dahlia, and it's one of our bride's favourites. She's a bit of a diva and she's quite hard to grow, but we want tall, long stems, and we want really strong plants to give us those tall, long stems. And here is a plant that really hasn't done anything. It's certainly not going to flower this year, and it's really not worth us keeping. When we get to the point where we get the first frosts, all of the plants will be blackened and we're not going to know which ones. So that one is coming out now and will be thrown away or put on the compost heap, because that is not going to get to be a tall Cafe au Lait Dahlia at the quality that we want for our brides. The second reason that we might want to rogue out a dahlia is because it's gone single. And this is a fantastic Karma Naomi, and it should be a dark red and it should be a real double one. But it's producing a single middle of the flower, which the insects will love, but that will mean it will fade in the vase very fast. And it's not just that flower, the other ones on the plant is doing the same, and I've actually got another plant in the background here that's doing exactly the same. So all of these will have to go. I need to dig them up and get rid of them now, because I don't want to use these flowers. They're not going to last in the vase. Our third reason why we might want to not make sure we don't propagate from a dahlia is because it's not in the best of health. This one here is really under a lot of stress. It might have a virus. We'll need to keep an eye on it over the next couple of weeks, but it should have nice green healthy foliage like this, and as you can see it's going really yellow. It might just be short of nutrition at this time of the year, but we'll keep a close eye on it to make sure it is just that, but I don't want to propagate that from that one. So if it continues like this, I will take it straight out. The other reason we might want to rogue out a dahlia is if it's not as it's labelled. So this part of the bed here is meant to be Linda's baby, which is this lovely peachy one here. But we seem to have two different rogue dahlias here, which are something else. We don't quite know what yet. They're not bad dahlias, so we want to keep them. They may well go on my allotment, but we need to know that we don't put them away along with the Linda's baby. So we use a wooden label which has got a twist tie on it, and we make sure we label these so that we know that they're a rogue, and when we're taking them out we'll make sure we don't put that away with the other ones.